So this particular case was funny, but it was also widely publicized. It was on CNN, it was on BBC, it was also on various Texas news outlets, and it's wild. Hey y'all, it's your girl Rose, and I'm back with another video. As always, welcome to my new subscribers, and thank you to my old subscribers for staying with your girl and continue to watch videos and continue to rock with me. If you are not subscribed and you're watching this video, go ahead and smash the subscribe button, because you are going to want to be subscribed and hit the notification bell so that you always get notified when I have a new upload. So in 2017, a guy named Brandon Vesmar, who's 37, went on a date with a woman named Crystal Cruz to see Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Brandon met Crystal on Bumble. You know, that dating app that allows you to meet people you may have never had the opportunity to meet. You know, you strike up a conversation with them, and eventually you decide that you want to meet up in public and you want to go on a first date. So this was actually Brandon and Crystal's first date, and Brandon described this date as a date from hell. You know, movie dates, I don't think movie dates should really be first dates. I'll go off and say that. I don't think movie dates should be first dates, because they don't really give you the opportunity to interact. You know, you're sitting in a dark theater, not talking. So I don't think movies should be a good first date. But I know plenty of people who went on the first date at the movies and they're happily married and they love each other. But this will not be the story for Brandon and Crystal. Brandon filed his lawsuit in 2017 against Crystal after this movie date. And here's what happened. You know, at the beginning of the movie, you have previews. And by the end of those previews, you hear, you know, typically it's a little promo that says silence your phones, don't be a distraction, you know, don't text while you're watching the movie, definitely don't answer a phone call while you're watching a movie. I mean, we've all seen them, you know, we've all seen them, but I would also say we all have violated them for the most part. At least me, I know I text during movies often. But this isn't about me. This is about Crystal, and this is about Brandon. The thing about this movie is that it just wasn't a regular movie. It was a 3D showing. And y'all know 3D showings cost more money than a regular movie. Fun fact, I am not a fan of 3D movies. I don't like the glasses. I don't like the screen. But again, this isn't about me. Brandon and Crystal both wanted to watch a 3D movie. Within the first 15 to 20 minutes of the movie starting, which I'm assuming this is after the previews, you know, 15 to 20 minutes into this movie, Crystal receives a text message from a friend who she says was having a fight with her boyfriend, and she wanted to console her friend and be there for her friend, so she was texting back. Crystal also stated that her brightness on her phone was turned down very low, and it was only a couple messages, so she kind of didn't really understand why it was such a big deal. But when Brandon addressed her and essentially told her, like, you're distracting me and other people, like, put your phone up, you shouldn't be texting during this movie, when he did all of that, that turned her off. And it turned her off so much that she got up and walked out of the movie. So, you know, Brandon feels like his money was wasted. He also feels like she was disrespectful for texting. So Brandon asked her to send him money back, to reimburse him the $17 and the $4 from the pizza. And I'm going to read Brandon's message to her. Also included in this message, where Brandon requests that Crystal pays him back, he also states that he now has to find a ride home because of Crystal's rudeness, because she left early. So I'm assuming that Crystal drove and picked Brandon up for the date, their first date. You know, they met on Bumble. This is their first date. She drove and she picked him up, and then she had the keys, so she just left him stranded. So he maybe stayed till the end of the movie and watched it. I don't know, y'all. In a message that Crystal shared that was sent to Brandon, sent from Brandon to her, in a message he says to her, I have to find my own ride home because I told you your phone was distracting me. So he's texting her during the movie to tell her that the phone was a distractor. Then he says, Crystal, your behavior Saturday was not only rude, but it cost me money. I want you to compensate me for the $17 movie ticket and the $4 pizza. Will you do this, or do I have to pursue the money in small claims court? I can file online from my laptop, and I'm willing to do so. Your behavior was wildly out of line, and I'm happy to pursue putting you on the books for it. So Brandon decided to take this matter to small claims court after Crystal decided she was not going to reimburse him the $17. Brandon asked multiple times, and Crystal refused. And in his complaint, he states that Crystal's behavior was a threat to civilized society. He was seeking damages of $17.31 because that was how much he paid for her ticket to attend this movie. I don't know what Brandon's been through. I mean, he's also 37. It's a lot of things that are concerning me here with Brandon. He did state that he asked her to stop and she refused to stop texting. However, as I mentioned, Crystal stated that she was texting a friend who was going through a really rough time. So question for you all. Do y'all think that Crystal should have just ignored her friend, or maybe text her friend and said, hey, I do care about what you're going through, but I'm on a date right now. I'll text you after. Or should she have did like she did and stormed off? How would you have handled this if you were Crystal to avoid getting sued for $17 in small claims court? When Crystal learned of this small claims court case against her, she was shocked, and she said the date just didn't work out and she wanted him to leave her alone. Crystal also stated that she had her phone on low. She wasn't texting like a whole heap of stuff, and it should not have been as much of a distractor as Brandon has stated to be. In Brandon's lawsuit, he states that texting is a direct violation of the cinema's policy and adversely affected his and others' viewing experience. So there you have it. Ladies and gents, when you are on dates with people at movie theaters, do not pull out your phone to text. Don't do it. I know you all are wondering, how did it end, Rose? Did they really go to court? You know, how did it end? So Brandon dropped the lawsuit after Crystal paid him. So Brandon was serious about that $17, and once he got his money from her, he did drop the lawsuit, and that was the end of it. As I mentioned, this was just a ridiculous lawsuit to me. And you know, I think often that I see some petty things and I hear of petty lawsuits, but this was definitely one of them. And you know, all this to say, there's more coming. I have a list of ridiculous lawsuits that I want to share with you all. But tell me, what do y'all think? Who was right and who was wrong here? Would you have sued for your $17 if you've asked this person to give you your money back and they refuse, even if it's $17? I mean, apparently Brandon wasn't satisfied with the date. So I also wonder if he would have sued if the day just didn't go well. Like, you're suing for $17 because she walked out and y'all didn't get to finish the date. I don't know, and she was disturbing you, but had the date, you know, had y'all just decided not to see each other after that movie, would you have sued her? I don't know. I have a lot of questions, but I also want to hear some of your answers. So let's get the conversation started in the comment section below. Let me know what you think about this ridiculous lawsuit, and let me know if you like me doing these types of videos. Until next time, it's your girl Rose. Peace. later.